Okay, so when you're going to play this game, the thing you have to remember the most is A, B, C. And everybody knows how to A, B, C. A is the first thing. Everybody on their turn, the first thing they do on their turn is A, action.
Okay.
You will have a hand of cards, and if you have any action cards in your hand, then you could play one, only one. Everybody can only play one action on a turn. You can tell the action cards because it says the word action on them. These are not available to play. The only ones available to play are the ones in your hand at the time. So if you were to play an action card, for example, a village, and you took it out of your hand and you played it in front of you, it says that you get more actions. Now, since you're still on the A phase, you can take another action card out of your hand. And let's pretend that you had another one. You had this action card. You can say, I'm playing that one. You still have one action left. So if you wanted to continue, you just play as many action cards as there are in your hand, or as you wish to play. You don't have to play them, or until you're out of actions and cannot play them. And then the A phase is finished, and you move on to B, which means buy. Everything showing here is available to be purchased. The purchase price is showing in the corner. That one costs 2. This one is upside down. It costs 3, 5. You can even buy money. You can get this one for free. If you want to use your 1 buy per turn to buy that, you may. You could buy this for 3. And these are victory cards. They don't do anything at all during the game except give you points to win at the end. So you don't really want to buy too many of these early, because that will just make stuff in your hand that's not useful. But you can buy them for the amount shown on there. Okay, so that's the buy phase. Except for one other thing. You get 1 buy per turn unless you play a card that gives you additional buys. Like this card right here. The market gives you 1 additional buy. If you have the market out in play, you will have put it down during your action phase. And if it's down in play during your buy phase, you can buy 2 things if you have enough money to pay for them. Where do you get money? You had certain cards in your hand, so you have some money in your hand. And if you played any cards that have money attached to them, you add that amount to it. And if this were your hand, you would now have $4 to spend.
Okay.
Or 4 gold to spend, 4 coins. And then you could buy 2 things or 1 thing in any combination that works with the 4 that you have. So that is your B phase. Everything that you purchase, you will have a discard pile. Everybody has a discard pile. So anything that you purchase, let's say that you purchased one of these. If you purchase it during your buy phase, it goes on top of your discard pile. And you cannot play it until you recycle your hand. But I had $1 extra. There's nothing available for $1. I can either just say, not spending it. It's not lost forever because you're going to shuffle these back and get these dollars back. Or you can buy a thing that costs 0 if you really wanted to do that. I don't recommend buying copper. But that's the buy phase. It's done. The last phase is the C phase. Cleanup. You've got some cards out on the table. You have maybe some left in your hand. And your turn is over. So everything that is out on the table goes into your discard pile. And everybody has a draw pile. Okay? So your draw pile, you're going to draw your cards. Every hand, you're going to start with 5 cards. Unless some strange card has come along to change things. You will have 5 cards. If you don't have enough to draw, what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle your discard pile. And then draw after that. You don't shuffle until you actually need to shuffle, because some of these cards might change people's discard piles in various ways. So never shuffle until you actually have to draw cards. Okay? And then you just draw. Okay, I needed 1 more. Now I have 5, and then the play passes to the next person, and they go A, B, C. The game is over when a couple of conditions are met. Either any 3 piles is empty, any 3, it doesn't matter, or the provinces is completely gone. There are 12 in that pile. So if 12 provinces, which is the biggest victory point available, if 12 have been taken, the game ends. At the end of the game, people can finish that round. Let's say I was the first player and it stopped at Eric, then you would still get one more play after that last one is gone. Most of the time we don't care because we already know it's pretty lopsided.
Yeah.
Who cares? But sometimes it's close enough that you care. That is the game in a nutshell. There are, one more thing, there are some attack cards in this deck. If it's an attack card, it will say attack. And let me think, where is the attack card? I saw it, militia. So, I should tell you this. On the A phase, whenever you play a card, the moment you play it, the things that are listed happen in order.
Okay.
You can't choose not to unless it says the word may. So if I play a militia as part of my action, the first thing that happens is I get 2 extra coins to spend on this turn.
Okay.
They're not permanent coins. I can spend them this turn or never. The next thing that happens is each other player discards down to 3 cards in his hand. So that's a pretty big impact on your opponents. I can help myself if somebody plays in a militia and they want to attack me. If I have a reaction card in my hand, there are certain cards, they're blue, and they're called reactions. Some of them are actual defense, and some of them are more like counter offense. On this particular one, if I have it in my hand and somebody plays a militia, I can pull it out of my hand and show it to you. I don't play it because I don't have an action, but I can show it to you. And it says here, when another player plays an attack card, you may show this card from your hand. If you do, you are not affected by that attack. And then I just put it back in my hand and wait for my turn because it's also an action.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of like a protector card. That's the whole game in a nutshell. Laura, did I leave anything out?
I don't think so.
I don't think I did.
The setup is 10 action cards, and I scanned over them so you'll see them. The three score cards, victory points, and then the 3
Queens.
the 3 coins.
So everybody, their hand starts with 3 estate cards and 7 coin cards.
Right.
And that's everybody's starter hand.
Okay. I think that's all.
And in order to start, we shuffle them up.
Okay.
And that's our beginning.